Hello friends, I welcome you all to this online session of Compulsory English. In the last session we have started discussing this PPT. We were discussing skills versus knowledge, and in the last few slides we come to know that when we were thinking about skills and knowledge, or when we were thinking about learning the English language, we should keep in our mind that language is in fact a bunch of skills, and we require to drill certain skills instead of only acquiring or gathering the knowledge regarding language. So this is what we were discussing in the last session. We also discussed the difference between skills and knowledge. Skill is application, however knowledge is a theory. We also come to know the shift between knowing what to knowing how. So we are supposed to understand how it is written, what kind of vocabulary is used, what kind of structure is used. We are supposed to understand that instead of only concentrating on what is written. That is the theme of the poem, or theme of the short story, or theme of the novel, or theme of the drama. We are more concerned with the language used in it, and therefore we are supposed to concentrate on knowing how instead of only concentrating on knowing what. In the last session we also discussed that we have learned English for last 12 years, and in the last 12 years we were learning it with the attitude of knowing what, but in this undergraduate course we are supposed to learn it with knowing how. And when we were using this knowing how, you can see we should concentrate on skills instead of a knowledge. We also discuss skill and uh, knowledge. And in the last session, we were discussing the difference between first language acquisition and second language learning. See, acquisition is a different thing and learning is different thing. Many times you can get across the text where acquisition and learning were used as a synonyms, but they are not the synonyms, they are two different things. Acquisition is in fact an unconscious learning, and learning is a conscious activity. So this is the basic difference between acquisition and learning. We learn Marathi, or we learn our mother tongue with acquisition process, and we learn a foreign language, that is actual learning of a second language. And there are first language, that is a mother tongue, and second language, many any other. Hindi is a second language, uh, English is a second language, any other language than the first language, that is a mother tongue. In our case you can see the Marathi is first language, and in English is a second language for us. And why we are supposed to discuss this slide, or why we are supposed to discuss the difference between first language acquisition and second language learning. Understand that we have one software that we have already run on our brain, on our CPU, you can say, to a brain. And what we are supposed to do, we are adding a new software to the brain disk. So this is what you can see is confusing with, or they were creating a problem in using both of them. So as we have a first language with us, what we are doing, we were generally shifting from second language to the first language. As I am speaking with you in English, you are understanding it in a mother tongue Marathi. There is a filter that you have put in between what you listen and what you understand, and this filter is a filter of a first language. So in this, on the one side of this filter is the second language, and on the second shore of this filter is a first language. So intake and input, when we speak in that matter, intake is a second language, however input is a mother tongue. सो व्हॉट एव्हर आपण जे काही ऐकतो ते आपण काय करतो, मराठीमध्ये ट्रान्सलेट करून घेतो. आपल्याला एखादी गोष्ट समजते, आपल्याला इंग्रजी समजतं. फॉर एक्झाम्पल ॲक्विजिशन हा शब्द आपल्याला समजला. व्हॉट इट मीन्स? इट मीन्स वी अंडरस्टँड इट और इट्स मीनिंग इन मराठी. आपल्याला काय कळतं? आपल्याला ॲक्विजिशनचा अर्थ कळतो. म्हणजे काय कळतं? Acquisition is act. When we think about acquisition in English, you can see it is an act of learning or subconscious learning, you can say, or without conscious learning, you can say, for the acquisition. But instead of understanding that, what we understand its Marathi synonym. त्याचा मराठी समानार्थी शब्द कोणता आहे हा विचार आपण करतो. See, understand that this is also a very important thing. When we were using, this is a pencil, this is a pencil. This pencil we generally call it as a, in Marathi we call it as a lekhni. So you can understand that when we were thinking about this as a lekhni, or we were thinking about this as a pencil, when we utter a word lekhni in a Marathi, we resemble this word with the actual object. आपण काय करतो? We create a bond, we create an association between the word and real object. चोख किंवा खडू ज्यावेळेस आपण म्हणतो, आपल्या डोळ्यासमोर एक मेंटल इमेज तयार होते. There is an image of a khadu in our mind, and that is created, and you associate this word with that mental image. It means that what we were doing, we were associating a word with its actual object. When we see झाड, आता झाडाचे बरेच प्रकार आहेत. काही जणांच्या झाड म्हटल्यानंतर काही जणांच्या डोक्यामध्ये आंब्याचं झाड येईल, काही जणांच्या डोक्यामध्ये वडाचं झाड येईल, काही जणांच्या डोक्यामध्ये बाबळीची झाडं येतील. यू कॅन अंडरस्टँड. बट झाड म्हटल्यानंतर खोड, पान, त्याला असणाऱ्या फांद्या, ऑल दिस थिंग्स आर सिमिलर. So that is a mental image that we have created. And when we were pronounce a झाड, the mind or the brain flashes that mental image. This is happening with the first language. मराठीच्या बाबतीमध्ये असं होताना आपल्याला पाहायला मिळतं. But that is not exactly happening with the English language. What is happening with the English language? When we use a word tree, we have associated with the word झाड. आपण ज्यावेळेस ट्री म्हणतो इंग्रजीमध्ये, त्यावेळेस आपल्यासमोर मेंटल इमेज झाडाची मेंटल इमेज येत नाही आपल्या डोळ्यासमोर. आपल्या डोळ्यासमोर येतं त्याचा मराठी समानार्थी शब्द झाड. So this is what we have done. We have associated the word from a first language word from a second language to the word of a first language. म्हणजे मराठीमध्ये ज्यावेळेस आपण झाड म्हणतो, त्याचा मीनिंग, त्याचा अर्थ काय असतो? तर रिअल झाड, व त्या झाडाचं चित्र किंवा आपले मानसिक इमेज, प्रतिमा की जी आपण तयार केलेली आहे, दॅट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ द वर्ड झाड. But in second language, when we were pronouncing it as a tree, we were not associating this word with the actual object, but we were associating it with a similar word of a first language. So this is what you can see, we have connected, or you can see we were learning English in Marathi. Understand, we were learning English in Marathi. आपण नेहमी काय करतो? आपण नेहमी डिक्शनरी पाहतो. वी ट्राय टू अंडरस्टँड मीनिंग इन मराठी. ह्याचा अर्थ काय होतो? व्हॉट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ द टेक्स्ट? वी आर नॉट सपोज टू अंडरस्टँड इट इन ए इंग्लिश लँग्वेज, बट वी आर सपोज टू अंडरस्टँड इट इन ए मदर टंग, मराठी. So this is what the difference between first language and second language. This is the major hurdle that we were facing in communicating in English. हा महत्वाचा आपल्या दृष्टिकोनामधला म्हणा किंवा आपल्या सगळ्या एकंदरीत इंग्लिश शिकण्यामधला मेजर हर्डल, मेजर प्रॉब्लेम असलेला आपल्याला पाहायला मिळतो. वी वेअर नॉट अंडरस्टँडिंग इंग्लिश इन इंग्लिश, बट वी वेअर अंडरस्टँडिंग इंग्लिश इन मराठी, and therefore it becomes very difficult for us to understand or run this second language software on the brain disk. And another thing is happening with us, that as we have already a first language with us, our brain have trained itself to shift to the first language. Many times it happens with us. We were speaking in Marathi, or sorry, we were speaking in English, and we shift into Marathi. Or many times it happen, many times, instead of many times, you can say the most of the times what we were doing, we were thinking in Marathi and then translating into the second language if we are supposed to speak in English language. आपल्याला जर इंग्रजी भाषेमध्ये भाषण करायचं असेल किंवा इंग्रजी भाषेमध्ये बोलायचं असेल तर व्हॉट वी डू जनरली, वी थिंक इन मराठी, वी प्रिपेअर अवर स्पीच इन मराठी. आपल्या मनामध्ये आपण पहिल्यांदा मराठी तयार करतो भाषण, आणि मग त्याचं ट्रान्सलेशन आपण इंग्रजीमध्ये करतो. सो दिस इज व्हॉट यू कॅन सी, व्हॉट एव्हर वी हॅव इन अवर माइंड, इन अवर ब्रेन इज इन मराठी. आपल्या सगळ्या ज्या काही गोष्टी आहेत त्या मराठीमध्ये साठवलेल्या आपल्याला पाहायला मिळते. अतिशय एक सुंदर कथा आहे पहा, अकबर आणि बिरबलाची. अकबर आणि बिरबलाच्या दरबारामध्ये एकदा एक बहुभाषी ब्राह्मण गृहस्थ येतात आणि ते बिरबलाच्या समोर एक चॅलेंज पोज करतात की तुमच्यापैकी कुणी जर माझी मातृभाषा कोणती आहे ही ओळखली तर माझ्याजवळ असणारी सोन्याची पिशवी ही तुम्हाला देईल. मग सगळीजण चॅलेंज स्वीकारतात आणि आता तुम्हाला मला एक सोन्याची पिशवी द्यावी लागेल, आणि त्याने बऱ्याच सोन्याच्या पिशव्या गोळा केलेल्या असतात. मग अकबर म्हणतो ठीक आहे बाबा, की आम्ही तुझं चॅलेंज स्वीकारतो, तू चॅलेंज देतोच आहेस तर. मग दरबारातल्या सगळ्या लोकांनी वेगवेगळ्या भाषा ट्राय केल्या. वेगवेगळ्या लोकांनी वेगवेगळ्या भाषा बोलणारे लोक अकबराच्या दरबारात होते, त्यामुळे त्यांनी त्याच्याबरोबर त्या भाषेमध्ये बोलून पाहिलं आणि सगळ्यांना आश्चर्य वाटलं की हा जो गृहस्थ आहे तो गृहस्थ सगळ्या भाषा अगदी अश्लेखित बोलतोय, त्यामुळे त्याची मातृभाषा कोणती असावी ही ओळखणं अवघड आहे. ॲज युज्युअल इन द स्टोरी ए कॅरेक्टर एंटर्ड, बिरबल येतो आणि बिरबल पाहतो की अशा प्रकारची ही कॉम्पिटिशन मातृभाषा ओळखण्याची चालू आहे. मग आता ह्याची मातृभाषा ओळखायची. अकबर नेहमीप्रमाणे बिरबलाला सांगतो की बाबा रे, ह्याची मातृभाषा कोणती आहे तेवढी ओळख. त्याच्यावर तो म्हणतो ठीक आहे ओळखतो, पण मला संध्याकाळपर्यंतचा वेळ द्या. हे गृहस्थ दमलेले आहेत, लांबून प्रवास करून आलेले आहेत. अतिथी देवो भव ही आपल्याकडची संकल्पना आहे, त्यामुळे त्यांना मला थोडीशी त्यांची सेवा करू द्यात आणि मी तुम्हाला त्यांची भाषा सांगतो. ठरल्याप्रमाणे बिरबल त्या गृहस्थाला आपल्या घरी घेऊन जातात, जेवू खाऊ घालतात. लांबून चालत प्रवास करून आल्यामुळे त्यांना भूक लागलेली असते. यथेच्छ जेवतात आणि झोपी जातात. बिरबल झोपी गेलेले पाहतो आणि त्यांच्या अंगावर गार पाण्याची एक बकेट ओततो, आणि गार पाण्याची बकेट ओतल्यानंतर तो ब्राह्मण गृहस्थ मोठ्यानं ओरडतो, सुछे. सुछे हा गुजराती शब्द आहे. काय, कोण आहे, त्याचा मराठी अनुवाद आहे. आणि मग म्हणतो चुकून माझ्या हातून तुमच्या अंगावर पाणी पडलं, आणि मग त्याला ते परत दरबारात घेऊन येतो आणि म्हणतो की बाबा ह्याची मातृभाषा जी आहे ती गुजराती आहे. तर तू कसं ओळखलं? तिथं तो सांगतो की लँग्वेज ऑफ अ पेन, म्हणजे दुःखाची, म्हणजे आपल्याला जेव्हा टोचते एखादं त्यावेळेस आपल्या ओ मदर असा शब्द येत नाही, आई ग असा शब्द येतो. सो द लँग्वेज ऑफ अ पेन इज ए मदर टंग. भाषा जी आहे ती प्रत्येक पहिली जी उत्स्फूर्तपणा जो येतो दॅट इज केम इन ए मदर टंग, इन द फर्स्ट लँग्वेज. सो अशा प्रकारे तो त्याची भाषा ओळखतो किंवा ती गुजराती आहे. सो दिस इज व्हॉट यू कॅन सी, we have always with us a first language, and the first priority that brain give is to a first language. We never think about the second language. The first thing, whenever we start thinking, or even you can understand the thinking process, what we generally do, we think in mother tongue, Marathi. आपण नेहमी मराठीमध्ये विचार करतो. We never think in English language. We always think in mother tongue, Marathi. But when we think about a child who is just learning a language, he is not even 11-year-old, there is no language as such in his brain. त्यामुळे बरेचसे शास्त्रज्ञ त्याला मेंदूला कोरी पाटी असं म्हणतात. अँड मदर by using words, start speaking with baby in Marathi, speaking with the baby, and therefore we call it as the mother tongue. मातृभाषा, पितृभाषा असं त्याला म्हणत नाही आपण, कारण की आई पहिली असते की जी स्टार्ट स्पीकिंग इन द लँग्वेज विथ बेबी. आणि बेबी बरोबर त्याला मराठी येत नाही, बेबीला मराठी येत नाही किंवा दुसरी कुठली भाषा येत नाही म्हणून भाषाच वापरायची नाही असं होत नाही. Everybody, peer group, the relatives, everybody starts speaking directly in the language that is a mother tongue, and therefore mother tongue is acquired without conscious effort. We learn it very easily. Mother is not asking us or teaching us the usage of language. वर्ब कशा, कर्म क्रियापद, कर्तरी क्रियापद, कर्मरीप क्रियापद, ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी काय आहेत. मदर इज नॉट टीचिंग अस ऑल दीज थिंग्स. मदर इज युजिंग द लँग्वेज, and as she is demonstrating the language, the child without conscious effort learn the language, acquire the language. So this is what the thing. There is again one model by Noam Chomsky, the innate uh, language theory. We will discuss it somewhere else. So first language acquisition is acquired without conscious efforts. So you can see we were learning second language for last 12 years. Every day we have one class that is of a compulsory English. Then also we are not able to speak in English fluently. So this is what the paradox. And in the first language you can see in the 11th month baby is ready, baby can produce grammatically correct expression in a mother tongue. So this is what is the difference. The difference is that the second language, first language acquisition is always a without conscious effort. Then first language acquisition is a passive learning. Here the learner is not supposed to understand or not supposed to think in terms that he is learning a language. Instead of that, he is just a passive one. He is thinking the terms, thinking the things in the particular thing. You can see लहान बाळाला तुम्ही पाहिलं असेल पहा, त्याच्यात तुम्ही बॉल देऊन पहा किंवा त्याच्या पाळण्याच्या वर वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचे झुंबर लावलेले असतात की जे फिरत असतात. का फिरत असतात ते, का लावलेले असतात? बिकॉज टू इन्क्रीज हिज ऑब्झर्वेशन कपॅसिटी. त्याची ऑब्झर्वेशनची कपॅसिटी जी आहे ती वाढवणं, त्यासाठी ते झुंबर लावलेलं आपणाला. ते वेगवेगळे प्राणी असतात, पक्षी असतात, अँड द बेबी स्टार्ट स्टेरिंग ॲट इट. सो व्हॉट the baby do, baby learn all these things very passively. Very passively he or she learn all these things. Similarly, the language is also learned very passively without any conscious effort, without learning that this and this is this. Instead of learning a usage, it started using language. Then instinctive and triggered by birth. This is also important. Instinctive, as there is no language in the brain, he has to put or he has to run a language software on his CPU. So it is already triggered with the birth. It is already triggered with the birth. So crying, you can see crying of the baby when uh, he or she was born, you can see is the trigger to start learning the language. There is an urgent need of a language in the case of first language. However, in the second language learning, you can see there is no such a kind of urgent need, because we have already one language, we were using it without any problem. So there is no urgent need. But here in first language acquisition, you can see it is a very urgent need, we need it to speak. Then it is a rapid process. As I told you, in 11th month the baby starts speaking in mother tongue. So this is what a rapid process. Or however, in a 12 year we were learning English for every day, or one class is devoted to this compulsory English, then also we are not able to speak English. And the baby who is just born starts speaking in mother tongue within 11 months. So this is a rapid process. There is no need for instructions past the point of acquisition. There is no need of instruction. There is no need of a formal teaching and learning process. But there is not there with chalk and bored and teaching language to the child, or there are no tuitions to learn a mother tongue with baby. So this is what you can see, no need for instructions, formal instructions, and not dependent on intelligence or a special ability. Everybody learn language. There is no necessary to understand that whether the baby is intellectual or not, or what is its capacity to grasp. All these things are not important. So this is what you can see the first language acquisition. I think in the last session also we have discussed this much part uh, of this PPT, and are supposed to go ahead, but we repeat all these things once again because this is the very important part that we should understand. We should shift ourselves, or we should adapt the methods of a first language acquisition in second language learning, and therefore I am discussing all these things in length. We will stop here, continue the same in the next session. It doesn't matter if we require one more lecture for this. So we will stop here and continue the same in the next session. Thank you for listening.